Forecast with meteorologist Gino Recchia.
Well, rain is eventually transitioning over to snowfall this evening. A very ugly start to the weekend unless you like the wintry mix, whether it's rain down to the south, snow up to the north. It is in Green Bay right now, officially at the Austin-Straubel Airport, snowing right now with lowering visibilities. This is what the radar is showing. Some pretty heavy band of precipitation lifting up to the north. We have some colder temperatures to the northwest part of the Badger State, as you could tell, with temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s. But over most of us, we are in the mid and upper 30s, so the majority of us are seeing the precipitation form in the form of rainfall. But as the heavy rainfall starts to bring in cold air from aloft, that should start to drop our temperatures down just enough to transition that rain over to some snowfall. And because of the threat of accumulating snowfall, we do have that winter weather advisory in effect for a good chunk of the central part of the Badger State and even extending all the way into the UP of Michigan. That continues for our viewing area until noon for the northern tier counties and then until 6 o'clock for the southern tier counties. Now, what's interesting in showing how dynamic this storm system is, there's a tornado watch in effect over Illinois. That shows the power and intensity of the storm system, with already still even some tornado warnings, a couple severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, with even several reports of tornadoes over parts of Illinois. The center of low pressure is right now over central parts of the United States. This is pretty much stalling out and also occluding. That's pretty much when it reaches a mature state and then starts to weaken. Now, because of the position of where we are to the system, we are going to start on the warm sector, but once that low pressure starts to move off towards Michigan, the southern peninsula of it, we'll have some cold air wrap around the system, and that should help transition this rain-snow mix to mostly just all snowfall by tomorrow afternoon. So for the time being, 11:30, half of the viewing area seeing rain, the northern half seeing snow. And also keep in mind, look at these temperatures. They are at or above freezing. So the snow has to come down at a good rate to overcompensate that melting that's hitting the surface. So there are so many factors that are going against this snowfall accumulating system. We get to about tomorrow morning, temperatures start to get near 32, that freezing mark, and then we start to see those temperatures drop into the upper 20s, lower 30s by only tomorrow evening. So during the day tomorrow, we'll be flirting right around 32, 33. If we see the accumulating snowfall, which we are anticipated to do, well, it is going to be a very wet and heavy snow. And with the melting process, this is how much snowfall will be falling from the sky. But then you subtract all the compression, all the melting. This is how much I honestly think could perhaps just be the leftovers by the time the storm is all said and done. Maybe between about 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. Maybe a few locations seeing about 5 inches when you stick the ruler down to the ground by tomorrow evening. Another factor with the storm, very windy. If you've been outside, you have been seeing the gusts still continuing out of the east and northeast between 10 to 20, even 30 miles per hour. There could be some gusts tomorrow morning by 40 miles per hour, and that continues throughout the day tomorrow. So on top of the snow, it will be a windy day. Temperatures right now in the mid and upper 30s. It's a pretty ugly evening out there. If you can, stay inside or maybe just have an umbrella. Hopefully it holds on to those winds. 34 degrees overnight tonight with northeast winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. For your Packers game, if any of you are going to it, it's not going to be too pretty. I will say that. You probably will wish to have a dome during tomorrow's game. Temperatures will cool down into 30 on Monday and then 20s afterwards. So cooling down after tomorrow's warmest temperature.
Yeah, going to be a nasty one at Lambeau.
Yes, it is. Happy I'll be here tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Gino.